Okay. In the last lecture, we have seen the meaning of shares and meaning of equity shares. In this lecture, we are going to see the features of equity shares. First of all, equity shares. Definition of equity shares. Equity shares is defined in the Companies Act 2013 as those shares which are not preference shares. Equity shares are those shares which are not preference shares. Very easy definition. Easily you can revise this definition. It means equity shares do not enjoy preference for dividend. Equity shares do not have priority for repayment of capital at the time of winding up of the company. Equity shares do not have preferential right for getting dividend. They get dividend after getting dividend to preference shareholders, and equity shares do not have priority for repayment of capital when the company is winding up. So, equity shares are the shares which are not preference shares. Equity shares are fundamental and basic source of finance of any joint stock company, because without issuing equity shares, any company cannot form. A joint stock company which is going to form under Companies Act 2013 must have to issue equity shares in the public for finance of a company. So, equity shares is a fundamental and basic source of financing business activities. Equity shareholders own the company. They are owners of the company. They are shareholders. They are members of the company. Equity shareholders, the person who purchased the equity shares is called equity shareholders. Equity shareholders are owners, that is means members of a company. They have so many rights related to company. They are also called as residual claimants of company. Why they are called as residual claimants of a company? Because after paying claims of all other investors, all other creditors, the remaining funds belong to the equity shareholders. It means after paying all debt of a company, equity shareholders get their part of capital or get their remaining capital. So, the equity shareholders are called as residual claimants of the company. Equity shareholders do not carry fixed commitment of dividend. Means equity shareholders get dividend at fluctuating rate. They do not get dividend at fixed rate. It means they get dividend at fluctuating rate in every year. After completion of financial year, company comes a profit of a business organization, and after getting profit, company board of directors decide the rate of dividend on which the equity shares get. If there is no profit, no dividend will be payable to equity shares. And similarly, if company gets more profit, the shareholders get excess amount of dividend. It means the dividend on equity shares is depend upon only profit. If company gets more profit, equity shareholders get more dividend. If company suffers a loss, equity shareholders do not get dividend on that particular year. So it is properly depend upon the profit of a company. If the company is successful, they enjoy great financial rewards, and if the company fails, the risk falls mainly on them. It is exactly because of this position, equity share capital is known as venture capital or risk capital. Equity share capital is known as venture capital or risk capital because all risk is bear by equity shareholders. Equity shareholders, if company enjoys profit, if company is successful, enjoys profit, the equity shareholders get more dividend. At the same time, if company fails and risk falls on the equity shareholder. So it is said that risk capital or venture capital. Now we are going to see the features of equity shares. Features of equity shares are very important concept or very important term of this topic. In board exam, if we think about the board exam, we have a question on this concept, that is define equity shares and explain the features of equity shares. So we have to revise. So you have to revise these features and definition of equity shares. Let's see the features of equity shares. First feature is permanent capital. Equity shares first feature is permanent capital. Equity shares are irredeemable shares. The amount received from equity shares is not refundable by the company during its lifetime. Equity shares become refundable only in the event of winding up of a company or company decides to buy back shares. Thus, equity share capital is long-term and permanent capital of the company. Main feature of equity shares is permanent capital. Why it is permanent capital? Because equity shares are irredeemable shares. It means it is not redeemable after specific period. Equity shares are irredeemable capital. It means these shares are not redeemable after specific period. The amount received from equity shares is not refundable after specific period. When it is refundable, when company is going to winding up, at that time equity shareholders get the part of total company's investment. If company winding procedure goes into profit, then they get more than they invest, and if it is less amount, then they get less amount. So it is called as permanent capital because it is not given in the full lifetime of a company. So it is permanent capital. Equity share capital is long term and permanent capital. Why it is long term? Because it is not refundable after a specific period in the lifetime of a company. Equity share capital is refundable at the time of winding up of a company, or when a company wants to buy back their shares from shareholders. Buy back their shares from shareholders means company purchase their own shares from market from shareholders. The company itself purchase their shares from shareholders who wants to sell their shares. It is called as buyback procedure. Only company repays the equity share capital at winding up or at buyback procedure. Second feature is fluctuating dividend. Second important feature of equity shares is fluctuating dividend. Equity shares do not have a fixed rate of dividend. The rate of dividend depends upon amount of profit earned by the company. Fluctuating dividend. Fluctuating dividend means rate of dividend is fluctuating every year. It is not fixed for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years. Every year, board of directors change the rate of dividend. Why it is changed by the board of directors? Because it depends upon a profit earned by a company. When a company earns more profit, board of directors declare the rate of dividend at higher rate. When company suffers a loss, board of directors isn't declare the dividend for equity shareholders. So, rate of dividend is fluctuating on equity shares. If company earns more profit, dividend is paid at higher rate. On the other hand, there is insufficient profit or loss, board of directors may postpone the payment of dividend. Means in both situations, if company suffers a loss, they do not get profit, they do not get dividend, and if company earns more profit, then equity shareholders gets high rate of dividend. Means if, for example, in current year company gets profit and company declares dividend at 5%, and next year if company suffers a loss, company isn't declare the dividend for equity shareholders. It means it totally depends upon profit earned by a company. Next feature is rights. Rights. Equity shareholders enjoy certain rights. First right is right to vote. Right to vote. It is the basic right of equity shareholders through which they elect directors, alter memorandum and articles of association. Right to vote is basic right given by a company to shareholders. This right is not given by a only company, but it is a statutory right of shareholders, equity shareholders. Statutory right means it is mentioned in Companies Act 2013 that every equity shareholder has a right to vote. Right to vote in general meeting, to elect directors, to take major decisions, to alter memorandum of association and articles of association. So, right to vote is a basic right of equity shareholders. Equity shareholders are separate from preference shareholders because of this right to vote. Next right is right to share in profit. Right to share in profit. Right to share in profit, it is an important right to equity shareholders. They have right to share in profit when distributed as dividend. If the company is successful and makes more profit, they have advantage of getting large dividend. Right to share in profit. Equity shareholders get share in profit. Means when company earns profit and declares dividend, then first claimant is equity shares who get share in profit. Preference shareholders get fixed rate. Company every year they get dividend, but equity shareholders get dividend when company earns more profit or company earns a profit. So right to share in profit means company gets dividend when company earns profit and declares dividend. Then equity shareholders get share in profit. Dividend is a share in a profit which is distributed among the shareholders. When a part of profit is distributed among the shareholders, it is called as dividend. So, right to share in profit means getting dividend from profit. When company declares a dividend, then every equity shareholder gets a share in profit. Next right is right to inspect books. Right to inspect. Third right is right to inspect books. Equity shareholders have right to inspect statutory books of their company. Every shareholder has a right to inspect statutory books. Statutory books means financial statements of a particular year, balance sheet of a particular year, or a memorandum of association, articles of association, audit report. Every shareholder has a right to inspect statutory books. Statutory books must be kept in the registered office of that joint stock company. Every shareholder has a right. Means if any shareholder wants to inspect the books, if there is a query about financial statements or other any issues, shareholder can contact with main registered office of a company, and he can inspect the books, statutory books of a company. Next right is right to transfer shares. Fourth right is right to transfer shares. Right to transfer shares means every shareholder has a right to transfer their shares if they want to transfer their shares to other person by giving as a gift or by selling procedure. In both situations, every shareholder can transfer his shares to other person. It means, for example, A is a person. A is a person who has 100 shares of any company. 100 shares, and he wants to sell 50 shares from these 100 shares. Then he easily transfer his 50 shares to other person, and remains 50 shares is on the name of that particular person. Means any person easily transfer their shares to other person as gift or by selling procedure. In both situations, they can easily transfer. Only it is kept in mind to shareholders that they must follow the proper procedure of transfer of shares. The procedure is given in the statutory books of a company, then they can easily transfer the shares of a company. Rights. There are 4 types of rights given by Companies Act to shareholders. These rights are given by Companies Act, not only given by a company, but it is given by Companies Act. Means these rights are mentioned in Companies Act 2013, and so every company has to give these rights to equity shareholders of that particular company. Next feature is no preferential right. No preferential right. Equity shareholders do not enjoy preferential right in respect of payment of dividend. They are paid dividend only after dividend on preference shares has been paid. No preferential right. Feature in the heading of feature, no preferential rights means equity shareholders do not get dividend before preference shareholders get. It means after given a dividend to preference shareholders, equity shareholders get dividend. At any cost, they have no preferential right to get dividend before preference shareholders. They always get dividend after preference shareholders. So it is said that no preferential right in dividend. There is no preferential right in getting dividend, and also similarly, at the time of winding up of the company, the equity shareholders are paid last. If no surplus amount is available, equity shareholders will not get anything. No preferential right about dividend and no preferential right related to refunding of capital. It means when company at the time of winding up of the company, the equity shareholders get paid last their capital. If there is surplus amount, they get surplus amount, but if there is less amount, they get less amount than they invested. So there is no preferential right in getting dividend and in repayment of capital in both situations. They do not get preferential right in getting dividend and repayment of capital. In both situations, they have no preferential right. Equity shareholders have no preferential rights in getting dividend and at the time of repayment of capital. Dividend at the time of repayment of capital, winding up procedure is followed. After winding up procedure, firstly all creditors given their repay their total debt. After given to creditors, the first person is preference shareholders. After given preference shareholders their capital, last person is equity shareholders. If there remains funds, then only equity shareholders get their capital back. If there is no funds, equity shareholders has not get any repayment of capital. If there is no funds available with the company. Next feature is controlling power. Fifth feature is controlling power. The controlling of company is vested with the equity shareholders. They are often described as real masters of the company. It is because they enjoy exclusive voting rights. The Act provides the right to cast vote in proportion to shareholding. They can exercise their voting right by proxies without even attending meeting in person. Controlling power. Main feature of equity shares. Because of this feature, equity shares are separate from preference shareholders. Controlling power. Preference shareholders has not controlling powers. Only equity shareholders has controlling powers. How it is possible? Equity share because they often because they enjoy exclusive voting rights. Because of only getting voting rights, equity shareholders get controlling power. How it is possible? After getting voting rights, equity shareholders attend meeting, general meeting, extraordinary meeting. They attend meeting, they participate in discussion, and also they vote if there is any situation. Not only vote, they elect their representatives as board of directors, and board of directors control the total company. So the controlling power rests in the hands of equity shareholders by this procedure. By exercising voting right, they can participate in the management and affairs of the company. They elect their representatives called directors for management of the company. They are allowed to vote on all matters discussed at the general meeting. Voting right, they exercise their voting right by participating in the management of affairs, elect their representative as board of directors and management, and allow to vote and matters discussed at the meeting. Controlling power, how it vests controlling power in the hands of equity shares? By electing the representatives of equity shareholders. Equity shareholders elect their representatives, which are they are called as board of directors, and board of directors manages day-to-day management of the company. So controlling power goes into hands of the equity shares holders through the board of directors. Next feature is sixth feature is risk. Equity shareholders bear maximum risk in the company. They are described as shock absorbers when company has financial crisis. If the income of company falls, the rate of dividend also comes down, and due to this, market value of equity shares comes down, resulting into capital loss. The equity shareholders are main risk takers. equity shareholders are called as risk bearers. Why they are called as risk bearers? Because if the income of a company falls, means company suffers a loss and the rate of dividend also comes down. Due to this, market value of equity shares goes down, and still equity shareholders is provide the capital to company. So they are risk bearers. They take more risk than other investors of a company. These are 6 features of equity shares. We saw the 6 features of equity shares, and remaining features of equity shares we will see in the next lecture of this subject. So all students, I request to all students, please revise the definition of equity shares and these features of equity shares. This question is very important for board examination. Thank you.